All right, we good to go, Rocky?
We're good to go.
Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first meeting in 2026 of our Connecticut Technical Education Career System Advisory Board Career Pathways Committee. We would like to welcome you all today, and I'd like to call the meeting to order at 2:03 p.m. We'll move to our roll call. Rocky, would you please take attendance?
Sure. Dr. Birch?
Here.
Dr. Valeries? Or Ms. Tracy
Here.
Adler? Ariel?
Here.
Thank you, Tracy. Mr. Hall? Ms. Feeney? Mr. Alker?
Present.
And Mr. Birch. Mr. Norton.
Here.
Right. We have quorum. We can move forward.
Great, thank you. Now we're going to move on to public participation. Rocky, has anyone signed up to participate today?
No one has signed up to participate today.
Perfect, moving right along. We'll move on to the approval of our minutes. These would be the minutes of October 2nd, 2025. Is there any discussion or are there any corrections or concerns? If not, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second?
Second. I don't know who did first or what. So
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions? I'll have to abstain. I wasn't here. And the motion carries. Fantastic. We're going to move on to our meeting reports. The first would be the report on the dual enrollment, the CT State MOU signing. Fantastic event at CT State Manchester. I was thrilled to attend with the Commissioner of Education, our Executive Director, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Maduco from CT State, I'm sorry, the Chancellor of CSCU, and so many of our outstanding staff and faculty from CT State, not to mention our culinary students, our amazing culinary students. And so I will now hand it off to Mark Hussey.
Great. Thank you very much. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. I take it that's good. So yes, a very exciting week that we could finally get this to the finish line. It has taken a while. And just before I kind of dive into it here, a little bit of the history. Prior to this agreement, CTECS always have had agreements with the community colleges, but they were, based on a regional basis. So Kaner Tech would have an agreement with Naugatuck Valley because it was the nearest one. So we had a lot of those one-offs all around the state. So kind of as a result of that, it was there was no consistency to it. And, it wasn't a strategic way to kind of engage in dual enrollment. So with that kind of in the rearview mirror, we proceeded with to get a system to system agreement. So that was our intent in going forward here. So just want to kind of give the highlights, and okay, I'm just gonna populate all of this because I have to go back. There we go. So on Tuesday, we had the MOU signing there. Picture's a bit small right now, but I think everybody gets the picture. So very successful. It's first time in our history having that system to system approach. So culinary is going to be the pilot, program that's going to venture down this lane. And currently we have 906 culinary in students, grades 9 through 12. And as the current agreement is laid out, we have agreed upon 10 college credits for, the current approach. Our goal is to build that to 19 credits over time, and that may take another year or two. They didn't want to kind of go all in at the beginning. They want to kind of let's kind of get the basics, on the bottom rung of the ladder, and then we can build on it year over year. And a key piece for us was kind of, culinary's the first, but this is going to be open to all of the trades. And we have kind of done some legwork already. I'm just going to click on a link here. And so I've outlined some of the pathways here that will be forthcoming for dual enrollment. And they provided us as well with, some more course outlines. Can everybody see that? Not quite sure if the link will work.
Mark, we're just seeing your original PowerPoint still.
Okay, you're not. All right. And I will actually try, and it's worth sharing this document. So what I'm going to do is try, actually, I'll come back to it. But in that other document is a link of all of these pathways, and it's giving a selection of courses that we could align with. They're kind of the 101 courses. So that's great for us to kind of hand off to our consultants and say, all right, how does our curriculum align up with these course outlines? So that's a good place to start, with the other trades. And just as to, we got some good media coverage. I'm sure everybody had a chance to see it, and with some of our board in attendance, and thank you very much for that, the support. Greatly appreciated. But I will send the deck forward, and each of the links are embedded here with Fox and WTNH. And I know, we're going to be doing a press release as well. And it kind of, so that's the overview of kind of Tuesday a little bit. I wanted to kind of, here are some of the pictures that we were able to capture there. So students from CTECS and AI Prince on the bottom right, and all the powers that be. So it was great. It was excellent day. And just to kind of recap quickly, what are the benefits here for concurrent dual enrollment for our students, for our teachers, for our district? Obviously, the obvious ones here are, they'll earn college credits while in high school. Stronger readiness for, college level coursework, smoother transitions to the, the CT state programs, enhanced employability for credentials and college credits, increased motivation and retention. And I think that's a key one, by students seeing their work count towards a degree. That is a huge motivator, we believe. And for our teachers, alignment with the curriculum is, it strengthens our standards and our rigor within our system. I think it speaks to our rigor. Opportunities for adjunct credentialing. Our teachers, they have to complete an adjunct application, and they will be able to teach at the college level, so adjunct courses as well. So that for them is something that, they could do on their part-time if they wish, So obviously there'll be a lot of collaboration between the college faculty, just so we have ongoing, if there's any changes, what we'd like to do, what are the next steps. So that's all very important. And it helps our program as well for recruitment and retention, offering college credits when we can stand there in front of parents on that shop selection night saying that your students can, earn 10 college credits taking this program. That's great. And a clear demonstration of impact on student success. And, I think it really speaks for itself and kind of speaks to our system. And obviously for the district, stronger workforce pipeline and clearer pathways for students. I think that's so important. Improve state reporting metrics. Hey, it's good for all of us. We're a feeder for them, and they're a feeder for the Connecticut industry. So we streamline that pipeline. Consistent statewide alignment, across all our programs. As I mentioned earlier, there was individual one-offs. This gives us that consistent strength across the district. And just some next steps for us. And there are a few hoops that we still have to jump through. We're not clear sailing yet. Students have responsibilities. There are some AccuPlacer testing in English and in math, and that is kind of normal with any sort of college level courses. So we will be, engaging in those in the coming months. And how we envision that to happen is we will be going on to their campus on an arranged date. We'll bus our students there. They'll take their testing there, and they'll get a little bit of an orientation as well. So it's not automatically students, even though they're in the same class. But if they do not pass these courses, they will not be eligible for the credits. So this is an important piece that that our students have to kind of work through. And we're working on it as to maybe down the road. This is culinary the first year, and it's estimate about 250 students will be making this trip. And when we scale up, we're kind of asking the community colleges, can they be flexible in this testing? Can we do it at our schools? That'll be kind of some of the phase 2 of this. And the teachers also have to, they will become state faculty, just by completing that application. They will have to kind of learn some of putting in grades and whatnot and working with that. But basically all of the added responsibilities can be done within the school day. So that's important for us, that that it's not added. And if there is added pieces like professional development, it will all be kind of done during professional development days. And just to kind of wrap up there, culinary teachers are very excited about this. So that's kind of, in a nutshell. Any questions out there or clarifications? And I'll send this presentation along to Ronki if anybody wants to click on, if you haven't seen the media pieces. They're very nice. Any questions?
Well,
Right.
I'll just say, again, this was a great event, Mark, and this is a very good, succinct presentation. And really, this benefits our workforce because they're getting a trained, certified, if necessary, credentialed, if necessary, experienced group of students that can work. And in this case, in the restaurant industry, and there'll be many others added. And it also it also really benefits our students because we are, as we like to say at the Department of Education, we are maximizing their opportunities postgraduate. They can keep going to college with these college credits. They can go right into the workforce and get a well-paying job, or they could do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. These particular students in the culinary field were terrific. There was a luncheon afterward. I didn't get to stop, but I know, and I failed to mention our very own Kelly Valeries
Yes.
also was in attendance. And Kelly, did you go to the lunch? I think.
I did. I stopped by the lunch. It was great. I think the culinary students made the lunch at the community college, but all the kids were going to be engaged in another activity at the college, and it was a portrait of like a portrait of the graduate kind of exercise where the kids were making a movie about what they want their lives to be like when they're 25 years old. So it was really a great opportunity for them to kind of start imagining what their future is going to look like and how this opportunity is going to help get them where they want to go. So yeah, it was really a great event.
Terrific. Alice?
Thanks.
I just wanted to mention one of the things that I said on Tuesday and I feel so strongly about is that this also recognizes that the coursework our students are doing right now is already credit worthy. They're already in the classrooms with expert instructors in the trade side. And so just think it's so important that you know, we recognize that what they were already doing was credit worthy. And so I'm excited about acknowledgement of the good work that's happening.
Any other questions, comments?
Yeah, just
The other
I
thing
just
that's great, I think the other
Go
thing
ahead.
that's great is that it's providing students that otherwise may not jump at the opportunity to get a college credit, to get a college credit.
I'd like to
Tracy?
mention too that it increases the teacher pool.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, this is excellent and it's great for the students, and I congratulate everybody that put time and effort into this. But you know, the extra added benefit of providing teachers across on both sides.
And just to finish off here, in conversation with Provost Heineck, she has mentioned that, you know, we can work up to 30 credits. You know, so I'm just talking about the trade here. There are academics pieces to this as well that we haven't fully tapped into. So this to me has got, you know, more potential.
Does, Mark, and I know that CT State, many of our IHEs, but in particular CT State, is putting a lot of effort into increasing the number of courses and the opportunities for teachers to be eligible to teach them, and our students to be eligible to take them in all different kinds of areas. Some a little bit more academic oriented, some perhaps a little bit more trade oriented. Or career pathways. So yeah, exactly well put. A lot of potential here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Well, next up, we have a partnership update. And so, Rocky, would you like to talk to us about junior achievement?
Sure. Thank you, Keith. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to share a strong and growing partnership between CTECS and Junior Achievement of Southwest New England. This partnership is rooted in shared goals, preparing students not just for graduation, but for long-term success in careers in life. JA delivers real-world learning experience that connects education to workplace through volunteers, employers, and hands-on events. Their programs focus on 3 areas: work readiness, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and it's designed to support students across K through 12. CTECS and JA have been working together to create hands-on experiences that connect students directly to industry. One highlight has been our JA Career Day at Eversource in Tallinn with CTECS students. The students engaged on hands-on career exploration with energy industries professionals. Students represent multiple CTECS schools, including Eli Whitney, Wilcox, Prince, Cheney, Goodwin, Ellis, Wyndham Tech, and others. Events like this build employer awareness of CTEC's talent pipeline while giving students a real look at the careers in energy can offer. Another major area of growth has been our CTECS JA Maritime program. This year to date, through the JA Maritime, students from AI Prince Tech, our 10th and 11th graders, has visited Trump Inc. to explore modern manufacturing careers and seeing firsthand advanced technology and precision work happening right here in Connecticut. In addition to students from AI Prince Tech, Cheney Tech, Vinyl Tech, more than 60 of our students have participated in the JA Maritime visit to Burden Group for a full day of enrichment focused on shipbuilding and maintenance opportunities. This experience exposes students to maritime defense industry careers and helps highlight real pathways into industries that are critical for Connecticut's workforce economy and future. Another exciting milestone we're working with JA with is our stock market simulator, which is planned for late April and May. This event will engage students across our schools in real-time financial literacy experiences where they learn how markets work, how to analyze decision-making, and how to use risk, strategy, and long-term planning. It's a great way to bring financial literacy to life and give students hands-on opportunities to build confidence with money management and investments. Our focus for 2026 includes expanding employer day facility tours, especially in energy, maritime, and advanced manufacturing. But most importantly, we want to continue to career pathways for students and track outcomes such as participation, placement, and student success. As we move forward with JA, next steps is to confirm new employers for site visits. align student recruitment, and continue to create opportunities that Connecticut students can work towards for the workforce. I want to take this opportunity to thank Julie, Joshua, Nicole, Brianna, and under Jeremy Rice's leadership, the entire JA Achievement team. I want to thank as well our employer partners, especially Eversource, the Bird On Group, and Trump, and many other volunteers, and especially the dedicated CTECS counselors, deans of students, instructors, administrators who continue to make this work possible each day. It's been a privilege to work alongside individuals who share the same goal, which is creating meaningful opportunities for our students. Now, to bring this long speech to life, I'd like to share a video of the students at Bird On Group and the excitement of the day. Is there audio? There's no audio?
No audio yet. I don't know if you turn up the sound.
Still no audio?
No.
It was mesmerizing. When I first walked in, I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is a place that I could be working at in the next few months.
It was like a lot. Like I did not think we'd walk in like under boats and like right next to boats. There's a lot more boats than I thought there'd be.
We need to build more ships.
Phase 2 is tear down of the boat. That is where a team of pretty much...
Today is really about helping the shipyards, the U.S. government, the supply chain, and the freedom of our country. We bring students to job shadows so they can see really what the jobs are.
Cool, guys. This is called the Survivors Compartment.
In a company like Burden, who also has an engineering office, we're going to be bringing students there so they can see engineering jobs.
This is the fuel tank.
Junior Achievement has been a great partner for us. They're bringing about 100 students in from local technical high schools. We'll expose them to all phases of production. Aluminum welders and fitters, fabricators, we've got marine electricians, we've got mechanical assemblers.
You can see more of the deck is getting cut out.
I'm a welder. I work on these amazing boats you see behind you.
I was talking to them and they were saying where they were welding, where they were marking up, where to weld.
I do diesel heavy duty equipment, but I want to do welding.
We don't do any stick, it's just make and take.
Hey, how long have you been doing it?
They're just asking about how you get involved, like why just do it. So again, I tell them about my story and how I got involved.
Today, we've brought students from all across different disciplines to really come together to highlight the next generation of Connecticut's workforce. We're talking about development, we're talking about opportunity.
2 of my students are hired here. They job shadowed here. They hired her. She worked all this past summer, and now she just became the first certification in welding. It's the teamwork of everybody, it's the network.
It starts here. It starts with partnerships with industry, wonderful, phenomenal organizations like Junior Achievement, and of course CCAT. We're so passionate about this work. We can bring the tech side and really light these kids up. Junior Achievement plays such a pivotal role throughout the country, thanks to folks like Ann Evans, who are incredibly creative. And they're able to approach government. They've got those channels, those inroads. And when government gets excited about something, it's enough to hand it off. This is going to be one of the biggest programs nationwide for our youth.
This is so important that our youth understand the opportunities, the good jobs, and the careers that will bring them a lifetime of work.
I thought it was going to be definitely a smaller shop. It's a really big shop.
So I hope that showed what the excitement and the work we're doing with junior achievement and the connections we're making and the partnerships that are really, really having impact for our students.
That's fantastic, Ronki. Thank you. Geez, I'm excited by it, to be honest with you. And I know Burden is a fairly new facility right on the Connecticut River down in Portland, and I believe the Coast Guard sends ships up the river just to dock there, and it's a huge operation now. They brought a significant real estate from boatyards. Junior Achievement is just a wonderful partner, and so glad that they're one of the CTEC partners. We've done work with them at the department before, and it's just a terrific example of, again, partnering with these outside organizations who then can partner with businesses and really bring everything together. It's fantastic to see. I'm thrilled. Anyone else have thoughts they'd like to share?
I would say that the video was amazing. And Ronki, you look like a superstar. But the kids in that opportunity, I didn't know that that existed in Portland. My mom lives in Portland, and so I'm down there all the time. And it's just so amazing to see that these opportunities are available for the high school kids.
Yes, that day was absolutely phenomenal. Of the 100 students that partook, CTEC students, we were 68 of our students got to take part that day. It was just a phenomenal day.
If you happen to go back, maybe Kelly and I could tag along.
Done.
Terrific. Well, thank you again. Next up, we have a work-based learning update, and we'll hand it off to our executive director, Dr. Alice Pritchard, with our assistant superintendent,
yeah.
Dr. Menounos.
Vicki, do you want to do this one? I could share, you're muted. I could share the slides if you want to do the talking. How about that?
Sure.
Good trade.
It is. Hello, everyone. So I'd like to thank Mr. McCartney, who could not be with us today, for putting together the presentation on our current status of work-based learning. On the second slide, on the next slide, as you can see, we have our trade areas listed horizontally, and across we have the schools and the number of students per area. As you can see, our construction trades are on the higher end, along with our advanced manufacturing program, with more students on trade. I'd like to also focus on Cheney Tech and Vinyl Tech. They have our diesel program. It's a small program only at 2 schools, but if you can look at the numbers here, they really are getting students out, 15 and 17 respectfully. So even our smaller programs are really taking advantage of these work-based learning opportunities. So total is 939 so far this year. So I think it's a great start to the or the middle of the year for our work-based learning programs. Next slide. The WBL data. So on the left, we have by school, the February count of number of students that have been out compared to 2025. And no surprise, we have our high numbers are at Cheney, which year after year, they always have a lot of students out on work-based learning, Vinyl as well. And what I'm really glad to see is some of our schools that do not put regularly students out to work-based learning. We are trying to make roadways like Prince Tech, even though it went down by 7 so far, at least it's better than 5 as we've had in previous years. Bullard Haven is showing some lower numbers. That's because of construction. The numbers were higher last year because of the construction company that was on there. They brought in more students to do some work-based learning. So that's why those numbers are really a major shift there. And kudos to Caner, who increased their numbers too this year. Next slide. And the WBL highlights. One more, Alice. There should be some writing on the right there. Keep going. Yeah, placement breakdown. Yeah. And I'm just looking for the WPL, the panel discussion. Alice, did you go to that? I did not go to the RSP. Okay.
I was gonna say, go ahead, Kelly. I couldn't do both talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was at the RSP convening.
You were
It was
okay,
great.
because I
Yeah,
didn't go, so I didn't want to just read it off. Did you want to
it
say
was great.
something, Mike? Okay.
Yeah, it was great. Our students shared their experiences with the audience, and then there was a connection right with the industry or the corporation that they were working with. So you got it from both sides. You got like how the industries are benefiting from work-based learning, and then how the students are benefiting from work-based learning.
Great.
It was
Thank
good.
you.
Being new to this space, it was really exciting to hear and really learn all about the work that they're doing outside in the community. When I went around to all of the schools and talked to all of the students, and I said, "Hey, what's the best thing about a CTECS?" Hands down, every student would tell me the fact that I can go to school and make $1,000 a week is fantastic. I love it, and don't ever get rid of it.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. Mark? You're on mute, Mark.
Yeah.
Talking to myself again. So just to add to this conversation, and we all know WBL is about our students gaining industry experience, and so just what happens is, just to share another aspect of this, within our schools, we all have production shops. Automotive has, people coming in for repairs. Culinary has a restaurant open, and they all do a certain amount of production. And I feel like that's a value as well. And just last year, just to share a data point with you, CTECS earned 1.2 million in production funds. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going on at school. Even though they're not out on WBL, they're at the school and they're being involved in, production work that aligns with industry standard. I think it's just another interesting data point that supports our system. Thank you.
What does production funds mean? Are you making products for companies, or is it just, what does that mean?
So it means for automotive, you bring in your car, you want to get an oil change, you want to get your brakes tested, you want to do, repairs and services in certain pieces. I oversee culinary, so we have a restaurant open to the public. Customers from the outside come in, they pick up catering. The holidays, we sell different things to them. Plumbing, they might go out. We have this production website where somebody requests some production work. Students go out with the teachers and they will, plumb a bathroom, build an extension, so that's another piece of that hands-on learning that happens in the school, during, so if they're not out on WBL, they're doing a component of that, just to explain it.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
And before I go, I'll go back to your last slide, Nikki, if you want to run through some of or I can, either one. But I just want to thank Tracy and Kelly for so prominently displaying CTECS at the last convening. That's not always the case, and it was really wonderful to have an opportunity to showcase what we were doing, including Mark's students' cookies, which were also a really big hit. All right, so let me just share this last slide real quick again. Okay, so I think you should be seeing the last slide again with just the WBL panel on it. So, Nikki, you want to do this one, or you want me to keep going?
Yeah, we did. Mike covered the panel discussion.
Okay. Yep.
So just the breakdowns, 887 employed students, 298 in pre-apprenticeships, 52 internships, which I think is fabulous. WBL highlights, 9 students were hired by CTDOT, 7 students are completing their pre-job for the Masons Union. Sikorsky and Electric Boat have started their recruitment activities and continued conversations with Pratt & Whitney for employment opportunities with aviation and PMT. And I know Alice has been involved in those conversations.
Yep.
And then to be determined our signing days, which are always popular, and our Career Connection Day.
Terrific. Well, thank you very much for these great reports, everyone. Are there any other things, any discussion items that anyone would like to bring up before we adjourn? If not, that's fine. We'll gather again in a few months. May I have a motion to adjourn? Kelly, do I have a second? Karen. Terrific.
Karen's waving, yep.
And again, thank you everyone for your attendance today. It's much appreciated. With that, all in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Opposed? We will be adjourned. Thank you again. Have a great
Thanks,
weekend,
everybody.
everyone.